What's up everyone, Bartoli's Hideout Gaming here, and today I'll be showing you my top 10 PlayStation 1 games of all time. Bear in mind that this list is totally based on nostalgia, so don't smash me on the comment section saying that my list is shit, okay? I'm telling you games that means a lot to me and they were important in my childhood, okay? So let's start with number 10. Hogs of War. Guys, I played this game hundreds of times for years. I first got in a demo and I used to play it non-stop with my brother Fabio and my cousin Gary. My god, the good old days. This game is so much fun as you control the team of pigs in World War I, which had the goal to defeat the opposite team of pigs. The game is turn-based and it really stands out for its unique blend of strategy and comedy, as the voice acting was funny as hell. There was a campaign mode, but in my opinion the multiplayer mode was its gold star, as you could face your friends for hours and hours and you wouldn't get tired of playing this. If you never played Hogs of War before, I recommend you give it a go, even in 2024. Okay, my next game. Oh boy, what a game. This is a good feel game. Every time I wanted to have a good time, I remember going to this game, and that's Toy Story 2. Toy Story 2 was graphically impressive. The gameplay was really simple but good at the same time, you know, and it was all about puzzle solving and combat. You controlled Buzz Lightyear and you could run, jump and use his laser to defeat enemies. Music was also very uplifting and very fitting to the game. Graphics were impressive at the time, especially watching that opening scene for the first time. Okay guys, next game on the list, number 8, Driver. Guys, this is a game that I'm pretty sure inspired GTA 3. I remember playing this game and having the liberty of doing whatever the hell I wanted. Like, I could go against cops, I could go against bad guys, I could drive safely on the streets, I could drive crazy. This game was amazing. The only thing was that you couldn't leave the car, and that was a big thing back in the day. Other than that, the game excels in its open world environments. Graphically, it's still an amazing looking game, as the cities are richly detailed, and the soundtrack was amazing as it makes funky beats and tense tunes, complementing the action feeling of the game. There is a storyline in this game, but I honestly can't remember because all I used to do was driving a lot around the city, so yeah, give it a go if you haven't tried it. Okay, number 7 on my list. Another game that used to give you the feeling of liberty to do whatever you wanted, and that game was Spider-Man. Gameplay wise, Spider-Man on the PS1 features solid mechanics for its time, including web swinging, wall crawling, and a variety of combat moves that make players feel like the superhero. The levels are diverse, ranging from city rooftops to underground bases, providing a good mix of exploration and action. The addition of comic book style cutscenes and voice acting further enhances the immersive experience. It was so cool to swing around the buildings in New York City, and as far as I remember, this was the first game that you could ever do it. So yes, it's a pioneer game, an amazing game, and especially if you like Spider-Man, a game that you should play. Next game on this list, number 6, Crash Bandicoot. I mean, what can be done? I'm sure you played this before. this is the classic of classics of platforming games, especially on the PS1. The vibrant and colorful graphics were groundbreaking for its time, showcasing the PlayStation's capabilities. The gameplay strikes a balance between challenging platform sequences and light-hearted fun with unique level designs ranging from jungles to icy caverns. The character design, particularly Crash himself, is both charming and iconic. One of the game's strengths is its tight, responsive controls, which make navigating the tricky platforming sections both rewarding and engaging. Even though this game could be very hard at times, me as a kid I was still enjoying it, and I used to come here pretty much every day to play this game. Right, my next game, number 5 on my list. It's a game that, even though you could not like fighting games, but I'm sure you enjoyed this game, and that's Tekken 3. The game has 23 diverse characters, each with unique fighting styles and movesets. The introduction of 3D movement allows players to sidestep attacks, adding depth to the strategy elements of the game. The combo system is both accessible for beginners and deep enough for veterans to master. Graphics, as you can see, were outstanding, and the music and sound effects really complemented the game experience, and again, you can play the story mode and arcade mode, and also various types of multiplayer modes. The game also introduced iconic characters like Eddie Gordo and Jin Kazama, so it's an iconic game, if not the best in the series. Right, my next game on the list, number 4, Resident Evil 3. Guys, I could put Resident Evil 2 here, because personally I enjoyed more Resident Evil 2 than Resident Evil 3, but I chose Resident Evil 3 because it was the first game that I ever finished by myself, and the first game that really challenged me physically and emotionally. I say physically because I was shaking all the time, and emotionally because it shit the hell out of me all the time. This game introduced a more action-orientated gameplay, including the ability to dodge attacks and perform quick 180-degree turns. The inventory system is familiar, but players can now craft ammunitions by combining gunpowder types, which adds to a more strategic layer to the game. Also, the antagonist is much more memorable, and he appears throughout the game in various occasions, which makes him more scary. Right, okay, so far this list was hard to put together because there's so many good PS1 games. Okay, but I think my top 3, it's pretty nailed down. I think it's solid, let's put it this way. I had no hard time choosing my top 3 because these games are just amazing. Okay, my number 3, Metal Gear Solid. Guys, love whatever you wanna laugh of me, but I always enjoyed stealth games, stealth movies, I think because of this game. Okay, Metal Gear Solid combines stealth mechanics, intricate level designs and strategy combat, encouraging players to avoid detection and utilize the environment to their advantage. The narrative is a standout feature, weaving a complex and engaging story with themes of war, genetics and morality, enhanced by memorable characters and extensive voice acting. Its mix of gameplay and cutscenes created an immersive experience that set a new standard for video game storytelling. This game is a must-play in 2024, in 2034, in 2054, doesn't matter. If you never played this game, you're missing out. So grab your old PS1, get your DuckStation emulator on your computer. I don't know. Oh, actually, you can buy it now on Nintendo Switch, on the Nintendo Switch and PlayStation, I believe. So get it, you won't be disappointed. Right, guys, this next game, I mean, there's no introduction to it. I've talked about this game extensively in this channel, but I'll talk a little bit more today again, and that's Tomb Raider 2, my number 2. I know, why would I name my channel Bartoli's Hideout Gaming if Tomb Raider 2 is not my favorite game on the PS1? Well, it's because of a bunch of reasons, but I'll tell you that when I talk about my number 1. Okay, Tomb Raider 2, I mean, you guys know, it's a brilliant game. It's platforming, it's even better than the Tomb Raider 1 game. I mean, the settings, the maps, the level designs, the places that Lara visits, Venice, it's my favorite place of all time, okay? The Great Wall, it's amazing. I mean, everything in this game, it's a little bit better than Tomb Raider 1, in my opinion. And this game, to be honest, this game saved me at some point. I mean, if you haven't heard the story, I recommend you check my video about how Tomb Raider 2 saved me. Okay, and you'll know why this game is so important to me. But before we get to my number 1, I'll tell you about some honorable mentions. Okay, first game, Crash Bandicoot Team Racing, okay? This game would be on my list, but I chose to do one game per franchise, so that's why it's not here. I used to play this game is really fun. I used to play with my brother and my cousin all the time, and my younger brother as well. It's suitable for all ages, so yeah. It should be on my list, but it's not because of the franchise thing. Okay, another game that should be on my list, obviously Tomb Raider 4, The Last Revelation. I mean, it's a little bit better in everything other than nostalgia to me. I mean, comparing to Tomb Raider 2, okay? The game is bigger, the story is better, talks a little bit of Lara's backstory, there's more weapons, there's more crafting. I mean, everything in this game, it's a step further from Tomb Raider 2, but I love Tomb Raider 2, it's an amazing game, and I have no regrets of having it as my number 2. Okay, another honorable mention is Final Fantasy VIII. Everything in this game is beautiful. I love JRPGs, it's one of my passions, and Final Fantasy VIII just tick all the boxes. Good graphics, good combat, good music, good story, great characters. I mean, it's up there on probably on my top 5 games of all time, so here we go. But nothing beats my number 1. Give me a second. Number 1, Final Fantasy VII. Guys, this game, it's not just my number 1 PS1 games of all time. It's actually my favorite game of all time, including PS1, 2, 3, 4, 5, from all generations. This game means the world to me. First of all, this game has been with me for all my life. I mean, I played it probably in 1999 or something like that. Okay, but since to this date, Final Fantasy VII is talked about extensively. Whether that's in books, whether that's in games, whether that's in movies, whether that's in TV shows, podcasts, everyone talks about this game, right? And also, the amount of media that this game has is crazy. First, we had sequels, we had prequels, we have spin-offs, we had remakes. I mean, we had all types of media, movies. It's crazy. This game is revolutionary. It still is. Obviously the story, it's crazy. The characters, I mean, I think the main reason everyone loves this game is because of the characters. Everyone loved Cloud, everyone loved Aerith. When she died, spoiler alert, I cried. I was only a kid. I cried when she died. I mean, what can I say? The music is amazing. The graphics were revolutionary at the time. The 3D models, character models, with the static backgrounds was just a perfect combination. And then we had so many games did the same, trying to copy Final Fantasy VII. So guys, this game, it's amazing. If you haven't played it, what the hell are you doing? I mean, if you played if you played PlayStation 1, I'm pretty sure you played this game as well, right? Anyways guys, this is my top 10 PS1 games of all time, and I wanna know yours. Do you have any game in common? I'm pretty sure you have, because these games are iconic. At least, I'll give you, at least 3 of them will be on your list for sure. Let me know your list, let me know your top 10, your top 5, your top 3, whatever you wanna tell me. I wanna know everyone's opinions, because this is something that I'm passionate about, so come on, let me know. And also guys, if you enjoyed this video, obviously don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you want me to do more videos like these, let me know. Maybe I'll do my favorite PS2 games, PS3, PS4, PS5, Nintendo Switch, Nintendo DS, Game Boy games. I mean, there's a world of videos that I can do, but I want to know your opinion. I won't do it if you don't like it, okay? Anyways guys, thanks very much for watching, stay safe, and until our next adventure. Peace.